Hi Taurus, welcome to my channel. My name is Cam. Today, Taurus, you guys got a lot of shit. You guys have Coyote Spirit, trust in the divine detour. Number 16 making a 7. And then right beneath it, you got another 7 with the fish. And the fish talk about abundance. It can talk about finances. But I honestly feel this detour that you went on. So let's just say like you went to college and then your grandma got sick. And you had to go visit your grandma and you had to take care of your grandma, and you couldn't be in school for a little bit. You had to take like a year off or whatever. You had to go take care of somebody. That would be considered like a detour, right? It's not necessarily in your plan, but it's something that you had to go do. And for example, if that's something that you had to go do, they're trying to tell you that you're through this experience, through this detour, abundance was, you might not look at it as an abundant thing because you had to go and you had to deviate from your plan. But what they're saying is that the divine sees these detours. They put these kind of detours in our life, these like little road, you can call it a roadblock, but it's not a roadblock. It's something that will bring you abundance. And again, maybe not in a 3D sense, like, oh, now I'm a year behind and blah, 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 blah. But in reality, it's bringing you experience. It's bringing you, maybe you had a really like loving relationship with your grandma, and maybe you got to get to know your grandma before they passed away. Maybe you got to hear a lot of stories about your whoever, and you got to spend time with someone who has a lot of wisdom, has a lot of knowledge, and you got to take a year off, right? Like you can look at it two different ways, and the divine is trying to tell you like this detour was actually something that they planned for you, which I feel like is hard to believe sometimes. When we have these detours, we're like, wow, now look at all the shit that's happening to my life and it's negative, but there's something really positive about this detour. And that's the thing, you don't see that yet, or you're not like taking notice of how positive this detour is. It's kind of like, you plan to be, I don't know, some sort of profession, and then you end up being something else, and you're just like, I don't know why that happened to me, but there's like a plan that the divine has for you. I feel like sometimes the divine has to intervene because we don't see where we're headed, and we don't see maybe how unhappy we'd be in that plan, or we don't see, like, we can't see ahead. We're not freaking psychics, you know what I mean? We can only do the best we can, but we can't see 15 years down the line how happy or unhappy we're going to be, or how our lives are going to be. Do you know what I'm saying? The divine can though, and the divine made a detour in your life for a reason, Taurus. Now, you could be a masculine energy, or this could be talking about a masculine energy. There's a lot of ways this could be. Like they took you away from maybe a masculine energy for a while, or you are the masculine energy and you got taken down this weird path that you don't understand. But knowledge was gained here, wisdom was gained here. Something that, an experience happened in this detour that is gonna bring you so much like help along the way. Maybe the detour wasn't positive, like maybe it was a negative, like it was technically like a really bad detour. Like maybe you deviated from the path and you went somewhere where you were like, damn, I don't know why I went this way. But in the end of the day, maybe you would have always wondered what was down that path, and then you would have done it later on in life, and you would have maybe jeopardized a marriage, you know what I mean, or you would have jeopardized a job, a career. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the reason that things happen the way they do is for a very big reason, and the divine with 7 and 7, they were protecting you in some sort of way, and they were trying to help you so much, and you need to see it that way. And then we have 10 and 10 at the outsides. So yeah, this detour, whatever the hell it was, is really good, Taurus. It really helped you. Maybe someone in your life got put on a detour. Maybe you're feminine I'm talking to, and you're a masculine in your life went on some sort of detour. But what's interesting with the ship is that this is talking about traveling. So honestly, I feel like whatever's meant for you is always going to be for you. So I feel like with this ship, it's like kind of saying to me that if someone did leave your life for a reason, for a time, they could even be coming back. But the experience that they went through was necessary for them to come back to you. Right? Like let's just say they left you and they never went through this detour. They just left. They would never be coming back without this wisdom or knowledge, right? So actually the detour was the best thing. I know this is confusing, but yeah, that's what I'm getting. This detour was like so important. Now let's pull some more cards because I want to know who's who right now. So Taurus, there's a lot of cards out here. Basically what I'm getting with this is that I feel like this masculine energy was the one who went on a detour. The masculine energy is the one who kind of had to be moved in a different direction, because this masculine energy, hold on, it's bothering me. Because the masculine energy wasn't seeing things for what they really were, and they weren't seeing things clearly, and they weren't seeing a person or themselves the right way. And I feel like the divine needed to kind of show this person the reality of the situation. There's too many like illusions. That's what I'm getting. There's too many like ego. There's too much inferring about things instead of actually knowing the truth, right? And the divine kind of is like watching and like what the hell is going on in this relationship between these two people. We have a king and a queen of cups. And because of that, I feel like the divine was like, you know what? These two are messing this up. Like, you know, someone here is just not, I honestly feel like it was kind of the masculine, to be honest, who's like not really seeing things. Again, we have the moon here, and it's just, there's too much illusions here. That's what I'm getting. Like everything that they're seeing is not right. It could have been both of them, both people, but it's just like they're seeing things and they're like, wow, these two are fucking this up. You know what I mean? Like, wow, these two are really fucking this relationship up. Yeah. And they wanted to fix this. So I feel like this detour, the divine put in this, between your path and between maybe your relationship, was so that you could see things the right way, because you both were not seeing it. And it makes a lot of sense. You were not seeing the energy maybe within one another, and it's kind of like the two of you are coming up as soulmates, but you're not seeing that. And this someone here is in King of Wand energy in reverse. This is someone who maybe only gives into like their desires, and they only see this as like, what can you do for me? And you know, let's just have this be about sex. Let's not, like, this isn't about love. And like, you know, just seeing everything like this the totally wrong way, you know. Maybe that's the energy both of you guys were in when you met each other. And then, you know, the detour had to happen because instead of you two acting like soulmates, you two are acting like, you know, acquaintances that you just met at a club one night, and you know, you're just throwing each other around and treating each other like garbage. That's what I'm getting. So the detour is put in someone's path. Yeah, I feel like there was this restlessness between the two of you of like always moving. You're not going to settle down. You don't want to settle down. And it's this uneasiness. This energy in between the two of you. And instead of, I get a lot of movement, right? Like you didn't want to get stuck here. You didn't want to be stable with one another. You weren't seeing this for what it was. And even if the divine tried to put you guys together in a room, it's kind of like, you know, when you try to work things out with a partner, you guys would just kind of like be like, nah, I can't be here, I gotta go, this isn't worth my time. Like, again, there's just something so wrong about your energies at the time. I kind of feel like it was both of you. It doesn't necessarily have to be. They're talking more about the masculine, but it could have been both of you. Like the masculine energy within the two of you was like really warped, right? And what I'm getting here with the 10, another 10, is that you guys kind of plan to go in this direction, and I feel like the divine derailed the two of you from maybe being in each other's lives for a little bit, maybe kind of just like, it's like kind of sitting you guys down in separate rooms for a while, because if they put you guys together, you guys would just ruin it more. You guys kept putting problems in between the two of you instead of working it out the way that the divine thought that you should have worked it out. Again, you guys just wanted to move. You guys, again, there's just like this restless energy I feel between the two of you, and the divine just didn't even know what to do with it. So they separated the two of you for a second, because it's like you guys are going to ruin the relationship to the point where you're going to mess it up to such a point where you're never going to be able to talk to each other again. So let's just literally separate the two of these two. It's literally like hilarious. It's reminding me like parents with kids. It's like, what the hell are we going to do? You know what I mean? Like, how the hell did this end up happening this way? I don't think it was like literally planned. I don't think they thought it was going to end up this way, and then they saw what they had to see, and they're just like, you know what, we're going to separate these two for a little bit. That's literally what I'm getting with the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Wands. It's like you guys are not seeing anything correctly. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is someone who's, you know, the house is warped, the fence is warped, everything is warped here. It's like you're seeing each other wrong. You guys were seeing each other not in the right way. you guys are king and queen of cup, and you're both seeing each other like a knight of wands, like a player. You both were seeing each other in such a negative energy, and the divine was like, oh my God, they're gonna ruin this relationship forever. And that's why I feel like there was this separation, and your plans kind of got derailed, because it's like the way that you were seeing one another was so so completely false. Oh my God. Yeah, you're not seeing each other. You see, like, this is someone taking the mask off and showing each other, you know, what they really look like. And you guys weren't doing that either. I feel like both of you, I don't know how to explain this energy. It's like the two of you were not seeing each other correctly. And then you guys piggy banked, is that the word? It's like you guys kept letting that energy warp into something worse and worse and bigger and bigger and bigger. And so like the two of you are seeing each other completely different, like not anything close to what each other was. It's kind of like something escalated to a point where you're not seeing each other clearly. You were not seeing each other for anything, like clearly at all. You guys are like, oh, this person's a player and all. You know when you get in a fight with someone and then you start like, the fight doesn't last 1 day, 2 days. It just keeps going and going and going, and to the point where like you can't really remedy a situation. That's what I'm feeling happened here. The two of you were like restless, and these energies in you got to a point where everything escalated so far that the divine, again, you weren't seeing each other clearly, but you didn't want to rest either. You just kept moving and moving. Honestly, I feel like the two of you were mirroring each other. It's like you weren't resting and taking a break and seeing each other for what you really were. The energy between each other just escalated to a point where the divine was like, we need to separate these two, because they're not seeing each other for what they really are. They're not putting in work in the right way. They're putting work into seeing the nightmare more and more and more, right? It's like you keep seeing this person in a negative light, and they keep seeing you in a negative light, and then instead of it being washed away, it keeps magnifying. And there needed to be balance brought into the situation where there was not for a while. And that's why I feel like this detour happened. So there's definitely a detour between the two of you. I don't know why I'm getting so much about the beginning. I feel like the two of you were just not in the right energy to work things out. And maybe the two of you were working a lot in ego, and working a lot in fear-based mentality, and working a lot in like just working in the wrong energy, where to the point where then the divine separated the two of you. I think the two of you worked in the same way, where the two of you see a problem and you guys got scared, and you just kind of like, it just snowballed to a point where you couldn't really fix it. But it was because the two of you were so not centered within, you know what I mean? The two of you were not centered. The two of you were not healed. You know what I mean? The healing card is here in reverse. And I feel like that's exactly what happened here. Like the two of you were the two of you were like unhealed people. Do you know what I'm saying? So people that you don't know how to work things out, because you've never had to work things out with someone. When things get rough, you just run away. Or when things get rough, you just paint somebody as a negative person and you run away. Again, like you guys were two unhealed people who came together. And I think the divine wanted you guys to meet, but I don't know if they really expected shit to go the way that it went. And then I feel like they had to separate the two of you, because two unhealed people working in this energy, it's not good. You know what I mean? Knight of Wands energy is like, you know, I'm ready for the next thing. I'm on for the next thing. Like, forget this. Like, this isn't working out. I'm going. And I think that's why there was a separation, because the two of you had to go heal. But when you two met, you two were both very much not healed. So that's why it was so hard to work on things with this person, because the two of you were working from like this very negative energy, this very immature energy, let's just say. So now I feel like I feel like you both are sitting in similar energy. So I feel like you both have healed. Like in the time apart, I feel like you both have healed. I feel like this detour, you see how we have the sea with the fish, and then you're both coming up as the king and queen of cup. I think that now you both have healed in such a way where there is an allowance of you guys coming back together. There is a possibility of you guys maybe being able to work things out, because you're both not sitting in this negative energy like you were before. See, look at this. Look at the energy of the masculine before. The Hermit in reverse is someone who just like, I need to work alone. I'm fine. I don't need anybody. The Two of Cups in reverse, like, look at this. The Ace of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Coin in reverse with the Strength. So it's like this person puts a lot of energy into ending things. That's what I'm getting. Like they just put a lot of energy. Both of you, I feel like, work the same way. You both put a lot of energy into just moving forward, moving on. Like the two of you are the type of people that in the past you would just work on things until they didn't work anymore. You wouldn't, and you both refuse to kind of work with one another because it's like, oh, this person has problems and I just don't want to work with them anymore. Instead of like working things out. You know what I mean? You didn't put work into the relationship. You put work into destroying the relationship. And that was something that I feel like the both of you used to do because the two of you were unhealed. The two of you were people who were just like, you know, a little bit broken. And then let's see what the feminine. Another card of not putting in work. Another card of running away. Yeah, like I'm going to manifest something different somewhere else. I'm not going to put work into the situation. I might start talking to somebody else because, again, this is just not working. I see, like, oh my God, like the energy between the two of you, my God. This is all past energy, though. This is not now. But yeah, the energy needed to be to work things out. The energy needed to be to heal. The energy needed to be all these other things that the two of you were, like, not capable of being. I'm sorry, at the time, because you two were just two people who were very, very much on, like, again, not healed. You were not healed at any, you know when they say, like, we have to do shadow work, we have to do healing work, we have to do all this work on each other. You two met one another at a time when you two were just so, like, not there. You know what I mean? And I think you guys tried your best with the way that you two acted, like the way that you two were. You tried your best in that type of energy, but there's no working when you're not healed in any type of way. Do you know what I'm saying? So now I feel like the energy is different. I feel like now the energy can be different. I feel like with the self card, this is the two of you guys kind of having had done the work and both of you healing. At least one of you is definitely healed here. So now I'm just curious of, like, what I'm telling you, the divine detour was so both of you can heal. But now it's like, what's going to happen now? We have the travel card. So are you guys traveling back to one another? I want to know. Hold on. Yeah, so you guys are coming up. We have the Sage, the Two of Cups upright, and the Masculine and Feminine card. Now you two are balanced, right? The two of you are balanced now. Again, we're getting the Self card. I feel like the two of you are now in this energy where the Two of Cups can happen, right? What is the Sage? The Sage is someone who's been through a lot of shit, has learned through their experiences, and has put work into themselves, right? I feel like this is taking a long time. The Sage is now, they have gray hair now. Like, I think this has taken a very long time. But it's interesting how the two of you were put together when you were not healed. And then the divine separated you. And now you're going to be put back together, I feel, because the two of you have healed. And the two of you are working in different energy. And I think you have to believe that. I think if you're wondering, like, has this person healed? I think they have. We have the Masculine and Feminine upright. Remember I was saying how I feel like it was just the masculine side, that there's a part of you guys that just run away. And now I feel like there's actually a chance for you to work things out, because I feel like the two of you are healed to a point where you can actually work things out with a person. It's not like, oh my God, I just got to run away. I'm running away. Like, the two of you just run away. That's what I'm getting, like the runaways. Yeah, they're just saying here that this relationship can never work out if the two of you are sitting in bad energy, if the two of you are sitting in painful energy, heartbreaking energy, things that happened to you guys in the past that caused this energy in the two of you. That's why I feel like you were kind of meant to meet one another. You both have similar wounds. You both have similar pain. And what you guys have been through. Look at this person. In this card, she's cutting her feathers off. It's like you guys used to hurt yourself, right? Like, I feel this really, again, it's like you used to literally, like, self-sabotage, and run away and not communicate. And again, I'm just getting the two of you are runaways. Like, the two of you just run away from everything. Because again, it's just so hard for you guys to deal with this pain that you had to heal from. And I feel like, again, this is explaining the detour, like this self-sabotaging behavior between the two of you. It's not one or the other, it's both of you. The both of you like to run away. The both of you will go into a different relationship and be like, oh yeah, that just didn't work out for me. But meanwhile, there's like this deep pain, this deep-rooted pain in the two of you that needed to be healed. And this self-sabotaging behavior needed to end before the two of you can be reunited. And yeah, that's what this detour was. Like, the two of you were separated to go heal. I honestly feel like the two of you have healed. I don't know if the two of you are coming back together. They're not really talking about that, to be honest. They are saying that there is a chance for this Two of Cups again. They are saying that here. But again, it's like when both people are ready. I feel like both of you are ready now. I don't know how long this took. This could have taken 3 years with the 3 here. And then we have a 6. So 3 to 6 years maybe. Yeah. Let's pull some advice. I feel like now that the two of you are healed, you can come back together. But again, it's like you have to both be healed. You guys have Thekla, the prophetess of true power. I call my power back from all the times and all the places. I am my own. Yeah. You two had to... I think you two are very powerful souls. Like, you two are very powerful people. You two are not just like... How do I explain this? It's like, yes, a lot of people go through hard times and a lot of people go through trauma, and a lot of people are always sitting in this energy, right, in the world. Like, a lot of people are sitting in this energy. And a lot of people will choose to continue to be in this energy and will not learn, right? They won't. So this lesson can be given to so many people, and how many actually like take this and turn it into something like wisdom or knowledge, and turn it into something of healing, right? Like, there's so many ways that you can get out of this energy. It's by healing. It's by, you know, looking at our shadow. It's by, you know, reflecting. There's so many things you can do, but do a lot of people do it? No. And that's the reality. A lot of people don't do it. A lot of people in the world are in this energy, and they'll always be in this energy, and they'll never like take responsibility for what happened, and they'll never, you know, ask for forgiveness, and they'll never be a person that can heal. You know what I mean? And it's sad because we all have to heal, but a lot of people won't do that. And that's what gets them stuck. But you guys, there has been a completion here with all these 10s. So I'm telling you that, I mean, at least one of you, I feel like it's both of you, but one of you has actually healed. One of you has actually done the work. One of you is actually not sitting in the same energy. Maybe both of you are gonna learn this maybe at different times. One of you is definitely healed though, for sure. I definitely feel like one of you has already finished with the Self card coming up upright. But then we also have the Sage upright. So again, I feel like both of you have done the work, or you're trying to do the work at this time. And that is you calling back your power, right? That is you being, I am my own, right? I feel like in the past, you guys were just literally like fragmented souls running around, hurting everybody that you saw, hurting each other, not really knowing like what you were doing, and not really taking the time to have healed. Like, it's like nobody ever taught you how to do any of that work. But the two of you kind of like went on these paths where I think you're learning how to heal, and you're learning how to stop self-sabotage. And I think this is a really positive read, because I feel like, again, it can lead to the two of you being back together again, if, again, both are healed. But again, you guys were the runaways. You guys were what everybody talks shit about, like on these channels, right? These are, you know, people who are not healed, people who self-sabotage, people who are in ego. Like, that was you guys. And now you're not in that anymore. So it's kind of like, thank God for this divine detour, right? Like, thank you for the divine detour. It helped you guys to be put back together again, you know, back into a soul that's not fragmented. But yeah, this is like crazy. I wish I could say, I mean, again, there's potential for the both of you being back together, but only if the two of you have healed. If only one of you is healed, then, you know, it's not going to work out for the two of you, obviously, because you can't be with somebody in this energy. No one can be, right? And that's why I feel like there is so much divorce, and there is so much, you know, there are so many problems in this world when it comes to marriage, because two people in this energy that are just, you know, me, whatever I say goes, whatever I want happens, we're not going to work this out, let's just let it go. Two unhealed people getting together, that's like the reality of life, right? Like, it's what most people are doing. And that's why there is such a heavy like divorce rate, and there is so many people separating, and there are people, because again, there's two unhealed people, but that's not going to be the two of you. So maybe you guys are a little older and you're going to get together, but it's okay, because it's like, at least you're going to get together in the right energy, right? And not like blame each other, like, oh, it was their fault, it was their fault. No, it's like, I take responsibility for my actions, and I know that I was not in a good place, but, you know, I think I have changed. So yeah, you guys were put into each other's lives for a reason. You were taken out of each other's lives for a reason. And now I feel like there could be a chance for union, but the two of you have to step into your power. So yeah, guys, I love you. I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys next time.